That intro.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. CBF restart.
From the
Welcome
top.
back, CBFF faithful, to episode. I believe this is episode 7 of Could Have Been D1.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Napoleon, I don't know about you, but there's two things on my mind. One of them is Brewers playoff baseball, which they lost again, so they suck. So honestly, not even on my mind anymore. And number two is Rico Dowdle.
Oh, you got me on half of that. I do not care about Brewers baseball, but Rico Dowdle. I mean, you know, or Weatherman. A lot of kids didn't get to grow up watching prime Adrian Peterson, and I feel really bad for them. Here's your chance. He's wearing the number 5 in the blue. Just start watching. That's all I
If
really
you
gotta say
missed
about him.
out as a child on prime LaDainian Tomlinson, prime Adrian Peterson, and prime OJ Simpson before the obvious catastrophe in his life,
Yep.
you're basically you've got to witness that the last 2 weeks with Rico might get hit with the Rico Dowdle
Dude,
electric.
it's special what's happening. I mean, in 2 weeks, he's done what most running backs have not done all season. Chuba Hubbard, you're on the clock, buddy. You're great at football. You're gonna become a backup. I hate to say it.
I heard Chuba Hubbard is started like leading the team huddles. Like he's doing everything he can to fucking keep that locker room for him. But buddy, it's over. It's never been more over.
Yeah, dude, I mean, one of the guys has burst, one of them doesn't really. But as a real Panthers fan, I think we need both of them. You need two good running backs in modern day football. Rico can't run the ball 30 times a game, but there's a clear alpha in Carolina. Dear God, we've never been in the national news, no other man. We haven't been in the news in years. So the last time I remember was the CMC being traded for a bag of chips, and now Rico Dowdle has given us hope. He's done real miracles on me in my life. My
I
God.
see like some fantasy dudes saying sell high on Rico Dowdle, which if this is like Bitcoin, this would be Bitcoin at like 10,000 when I was at like $10,000.
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle is going to the fucking moon, and if you sell, you're a moron.
Yeah, you're an idiot, dude. I have the best running back on my team in the past 2 weeks. Let's just move him on. These fantasy, let me tell you something. These guys are just tweeting out bait. They're pulling back their old hits after they guessed on 15 players, hit on 3 of them, reposting those 3 and saying, "Trust me, I'm the expert. Sell high on this guy because he had a good week." How about play the good players? That's how you win games. This guy just got you 33 back-to-back weeks.
Dude,
Let's
we could
trade
do
him.
a whole segment on fantasy football dudes on Twitter. I mean, they're just an absolutely brutal bunch. And actually, Napoleon,
Ridiculous.
it brings me to the question: would you rather have fantasy football suggestion son or getting ready with me TikTok daughter?
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's two sides of the same coin, but wow. It might be a get ready with me daughter, honestly, because those guys are insane in the head, whatever they're doing on Twitter. They've all of a sudden it hits like the one random day that the whole Illuminati decides is the day that fantasy football is on everyone's feeds again. And it's that random August 3rd, we'll say. And they're all coming up on everyone's Twitter feeds, taking all of your Instagram reels, and it's just all you can see is fantasy this, fantasy that. Whatever their big idea was on force feeding Chase Brown down our throats, like government's doing on Twitter right now, is ridiculous because it's losing me all of my leagues. I listened to everybody about Chase Brown, and now I have poverty. I don't know what that is.
The worst thing that these fantasy dudes will say is like, trade for Rasheed Rice. It's like, bro, the guy who just drafted him waited 6 fucking weeks to play with Rasheed Rice. Do you think he's just going to get rid of him now just because it's time to get rid of Rasheed Rice? I just had him on my bench for 6 fucking weeks.
Yeah, I can offer you Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley. No, thank you.
The best that I can do is Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, and I'll give you. You can sell them high to get Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, like come on, fuck off.
Just shut the fuck up.
Oh man, we are so back. This is football.
Football's great. Hating on people on Twitter's the best. And baseball, just abolish it. I fucking hate it. I'm never watching it ever again. It sucks.
Yeah, terrible sport.
All right. And I think, Napoleon, now is a good time to get back to the CBFF faithful questions of the week.
Oh yeah.
A good time. So, looking at the standings after last week for the fateful CBFF number one T-shirt, we're drawing it at the end of the year. We got Gooch with 1 point. We got James Richter with 1 point. We got Joe Schmo with 1 point. We got number one star, feed him the rock, Pedro de Sac with 3 points. He's always going to get his numbers. And we got the value hawk with one after the first week. So now that I said it, perfect segue. Look, guess who's got the first question on the board?
Wait, sorry,
Pedro motherfucking de Sac.
love other
His
man.
first question is, when do CBD1 condoms drop?
Oh man, we will be sending out the what's it called? The prototypes here. Hopefully by the end of the new year. They will only come in one size. It's gonna be small. We don't do big blanks in this on this podcast.
I
More
was
of
actually thinking that we would never sell these because I don't know about you, but I never fucking use those.
yeah. I mean, do we not all have latex allergies as a
Guys, come
species?
on.
But actually, I wanted to pull you back real quick before we continue on to the questions. You said the name James Richter, and it just reminded me of something great that happened on the podcast and on primetime television the other day. Drake London. Here at CBD1, we have a formula that we use. That's how we really know ball at the end of the day. It all just comes down to this formula. And we knew that the Joe Flacco acquisition in Cincinnati would lead to the direct production of Drake London. And what do you know happens? 30 fantasy points. Could have had a good 40 if that touchdown before the half counted. I mean, guys, this is the number one knowing ball podcast. James, I'm sure it paid off for you. Optimus Slime, I heard you picked him up in some league as well. If you want receipts, we have them. We know ball. That's really all I have to say about that.
Two simple words is you're welcome. This
Uh,
makes me think though. So now that like you said, Jake Browning was the worst. It bumped Michael Penix. Michael Penix looked pretty damn good, if you ask me.
he did.
Obviously, fed his guy DL, and kind of makes me think. I think the worst QB in the league now is probably Justin Fields. Is it not?
Yeah, yeah. I'd have to say the same thing. Um, yeah, over Gino. Is Justin Fields worse than Gino?
Oh, that's a good point. And either way, if I was gonna go on a tangent about the Jets, Garrett Wilson's out anyway. So Garrett Wilson fantasy owners, you're just fucked either way.
Yeah,
Brock Bowers is out too. So like, I guess if you're a Trey Tucker fantasy owner, you might have something. But other than that, like, I'm not gonna make that claim.
yeah. Yeah. It's terrible, terrible stuff.
All right, let's move on to the next question. We got one from James Richter the second. He said before the season, at Herb Allen 11 and I made a bet. If the Steelers get the one seed in the AFC, I pay Allen $50. If Josh Allen beats the Chiefs in any round of the playoffs, Allen pays me $50. Who would you have guys have tailed preseason, and who would you tail now? Personally, I did say Steelers would win a playoff game, and I actually think they still might. But I mean, this is like obviously, I think personally preseason I would have taken the Josh Allen thing,
Yeah,
but I would have said you might as well just burn your money.
yeah, yeah. I mean, both ways, it's pretty shot. But for our loyal fan James Richter, we're gonna have to pick something here. I'd probably go with the Steelers side just because, I mean, if the AFC, I mean, I'm biased here. We're already a couple weeks into the season. Right now, the AFC is wide open. If you can put together a nice string of games toward the end of the year, you can take the AFC.
And
Um,
we're watching the Steelers Bengals game now. If they win this, they'll be 5-1. So I mean, they'd be like probably top of the AFC.
Yeah.
But before the season, I had to imagine the odds on that would have been like plus fucking 1,500,
Yeah.
probably like plus 5,000.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers weren't even projected to make the playoffs, I don't think. So
No, actually 2 weeks ago, the Ravens were still minus 200 to win the division
right,
when they were 1-3 or 1-4. Yeah, like
even
it's
after the news of Lamar getting hurt came out, I think they were still favored. So yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and Josh Allen beating Mahomes in the playoffs, if I had to guess, like you could say it's a 50-50 match. It's not. It's like 30-70, even though it's actually 0 to 100. But
Yeah.
anyways,
I mean, until it happens, it's zero. Yeah.
so who would you tell now? Like, what do you think is a good shot here?
I'm going Steelers on this one. I think the Steelers winning getting the one seed is way more likely than Josh Allen doing what Josh Allen doesn't do.
I agree. And also the Chiefs are well, just everybody please get ready for the 13-4 Chiefs that win the Super Bowl because it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So
Yep. Rashi owners, stand up now and face the sun.
we are back. I have Jamar and Rasheed in one of my leagues. Leagues cooked.
Wow.
That's all I gotta say.
All right. And then, well, moving on from James's question here, we're going to go on to Joe Schmo. Um, he said, thank God I was pissed I originally missed it, was the beginning. But then he said, number one question, since he's been out, so the Ravens have been an absolute dumpster fire. Behind Lamar, who next is the most valuable single player to their team? Wow.
Kyle Hamilton, I guess.
Yeah, that was my first thought as well. Kyle Hamilton is next up. There's a huge gap from one to two, even
Oh
though they
yeah,
have some solid twos.
absolutely. I will say too, like if Kyle Hamilton went out, their defense already sucks. Oh, actually, this is sorry, different tangent. Zay Flowers, I think that guy might be fucking awful. Is this a
Not a good
bad
football
take?
player?
Dude, I just every time I watch the guy, he's always trying to juke out five dudes. Like, just
Yeah.
run straight, bro. What are you doing?
He does need someone to yell at him on that side of the ball.
It's bad. He fumbled again this week. Like, I don't know. The guy just pisses me off watching him. I did want the Packers to draft him
Yeah.
originally because he does some electric stuff, but this guy needs to figure out how to run linear.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Second question that we got from Joe, it said, flipping the script, if given a shot, what NFL QB's daughter would you date?
whoa. Joe, I really like your angle
Woo-hoo-hoo!
here. Wow.
Wow, what a question.
Yeah. I feel almost slightly s- s- just a little bit less straight answering this question, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, my first thought goes to Bryce Young, of course. Um, just the way
Wait,
he
wait,
stands.
bro, what are we talking? The question was NFL QB's daughter, not QB, bro.
No, I know. I would date his daughter. I don't even know if he doesn't have a daughter, but
Dude, I honestly not sure there's a single QB in the league with an 18-year-old daughter. So this might be a setup question. Joe, are you a fan?
whoa. All right, this isn't a live audio, right? This is we gotta make some cuts here.
We're gonna cut this
Uh,
off. Joe, you're trying to get us caught up with the wrong people, and
yeah,
we just can't. We're gonna have to just skip that one. I think
we are pleading the fifth, Joe. What the heck?
we're gonna plead the fifth. Obviously, we only talk to adults. All right,
Oh,
moving on. We got another question from Pedro, Mr. fucking Chat. We love Mr. Chat. He said, "Is there any chance the Chiefs don't go to the Super Bowl?" I'm just gonna quickly say no. And if so, who in the NFC can save us? Nobody. It's over. And how will the Puka Nakua injury affect Chris Olave? This second one sounds like right up your alley, Napoleon.
wow. They're putting me in a tough spot 2 weeks in a row. Um, so I guess to talk about the first part, I also agree with you. I don't think any team is touching Kansas in the playoffs. They still look like they've got it. Mahomes is kind of back to being a stud. How will the Puka injury affect Olave?
I don't think we can go the same route with the Penix thing because personally, I don't think Rattler's the worst QB in the league.
No, he's not. He's really not. He's serviceable. He's serviceable.
I think I have one. I think I have something.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I've heard Chris Olave is in a lot of trade rumors.
Hmm.
So the Puka Nakua injury is going to open up some eyes to people around the league. And basically, my point is Chris Olave is going to end up on a contender, maybe the Steelers, you know. And so
Mm.
basically, Aaron Rodgers is going to get Olave the ball, and somehow Nakua getting injured is just. I guess I can't really connect those dots because I'm too much of a fuck. But Chris Olave is going to go to the Steelers, and it's a bright future for him. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of buzz around the league. There's a couple teams that have definitely called about him. Of the Saints players, I think he's the most likely to get dealt. It's gonna be interesting. It's a tough question to answer. I'm glad you hit that for me, little other man.
Is anybody in the league taking worse hits to the head than Chris Olave?
Probably not.
That dude is constantly getting rocked.
I actually saw the funniest thing today. The Giants are in the rumors for Olave, and there was this funny meme about how what's Cam Scatterbo is gonna do to Chris Olave in the pregame headbutts, and it's just gonna end his career.
All I'm gonna
Mm.
say about that, okay, I should maybe watch my mouth here. Fuck it, I can blur. There's gonna be some wicked CTE over there in New York, so just make sure the planes over there are grounded.
Keep him on the
Uh,
ground, please.
keep those planes on the ground and don't let the New York
Uh,
Giants football team anywhere near them.
yeah. All right. And then moving on to the next question here. We actually have a pair of questions coming from Value Hawk and Saddam. We're gonna start with Value Hawk here. He's done some great things for this pod. He
Yes.
said if your girlfriend and Saddam's mom switched bodies and you had to have sex with one of them to switch them back, which one would you choose? And then encounter, Saddam commented, if Hawk's ex-girlfriend and his cousin switched bodies, which one of them would you have sex with to switch them back?
Then he said, trick question, they're the same person.
What?
I don't
What?
know. I listen. Hawk's done a lot of good things for the pod and myself. I'm just gonna ignore these allegations against him. Whatever
Yeah.
he does, I'm cool with. I'm gonna let it fly.
Cousin or not, they have a lot of love for each other, Saddam. You can't overlook the love. That's what really
I,
matters.
also, I think my answer would be. I had to make a quick edit here. I said some things I probably shouldn't have. So, Saddam, sorry about that. We're just gonna cut that out.
Dear, I don't even. Yeah, yes, it's yes,
Simply put.
yes, yes. The answer is yes.
All right. Moving on. Next question. We got one from Jesus Christ. It was who throws up more during class, college students or kindergarteners?
Wow, I like this. I like this out. I like this question.
This is a great question. Um, I think
Both.
when I was in kindergarten, I threw up a little bit. And honestly, because I was a pussy, I never really showed up hungover to class. But 8 a.m. classes, I'm gonna go with college students. Anything after that, I think it's probably gonna go to kindergartners.
Yeah, yeah. You bring up an interesting angle there. Is kindergartners don't have the option to really skip school from their
Mm.
drinking problems. In college, you
Cool.
can kind of do whatever you want, so people tend to skip when they're that down bad to the point where they're yak. So I got kindergartners minus 200 at this point.
Good
Subject
line.
to change though.
Yeah, good line. This line is sponsored by the CBD1 gambling book of the
Yeah.
United States. So get your bets in. We're
Hmm.
having a promo right now. It's bet five, lose all your money, and give it to the CBD1
Yeah.
podcasters. So thank you guys.
Please,
We appreciate that.
please gamble responsibly.
Please gamble. Yes.
All right, then moving on to Jaguar Jack's question. He said, "You're in a dynasty league with CeeDee Lamb. How high do the stakes have to be to let him trade you Josh Allen for a date with your daughter?"
Ooh.
Wow. So you're trading CD to get Josh Allen.
No, 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 no. I think you're in the league with CD. He has Josh Allen, and
Oh, and I see it now.
yeah, he's offering you Josh
Wow.
Allen for a date with your daughter.
Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong here. CeeDee Lamb is at the fuck no tier.
I
Or I'll be
believe
damned.
he's
Where is
I
he?
believe he's in the "Are you kidding me" tier.
He is right now. Are you kidding me? That's a hard tier to crawl up from.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll tell you, Jaguar Jack. If Josh Allen was the QB1, I'd think about it. I'd think about it, but he's not. He's not. And CD might get bumped to the I'll be damned after that kind of shit. If he had the audacity to offer me some bullshit like a number two quarterback to try to date my daughter, boy, I'd do the time. I would do the time, is what I'd
You know
do.
what that kind of shows on CD Lamb's part is like desperation. Like he really wants your daughter, and honestly, you just can't have thirsty guys like that around.
No, no, it's old begging ass. I'll be damned.
He might he might have to go into the old begging ass tier on the next tier list
Yeah,
because
we're sorry, CD Lamb. You will not be doing that around these parts.
I think we're gonna have to do the next tier list, QB tier list daughter thing next week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just don't have time this week, but there we've had some other questions about some other ones, so we'll
Yeah.
definitely have some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I did want to say Return of the Base God. I saw your question about Jackson Dart. He'll be the first name we cover next week. He's just been in the spotlight right now, a little bit too much. We gotta let the white boy rest. We're gonna get to him soon, though.
Absolutely. All right. Next, we got the last question of the day from James Richter. He said, could have been D1, just put $10 down against one of my roommates on Badgers plus 42.5 against Ohio State. Is that free money? Napoleon, from your limited knowledge of Wisconsin football and Ohio State, what would you say?
I've Googled Wisconsin football once in the last since the season has begun, and it was on Saturday when they were playing Iowa. And correct me if I'm wrong, there was a point where they were down 17-0.
We lost 37-0. Yeah.
There, oh,
At home. We just lost to Iowa 37-0.
holy shit.
And what's crazy about that is that Iowa like probably won't score 37 points again all year. And
Holy
yeah,
shit.
it
Well,
was outrageous.
James, I think, something that happens to all of us is there's something called emotional gambling, where you
Mm-hmm.
let your heart get in the way of what's right and what's wrong.
I'll
And I
admit I'm
think
a
that's what,
victim of that.
yeah, I mean, aren't we all? I think you just gotta maybe look from a third perspective here and realize you're just donating to a cause that doesn't give a fuck about you. And
Correct.
that's Wisconsin football. They don't care about you right now. If they're gonna lose 37-0 to Iowa, they don't care about anybody. They don't care about anything. They're
The
just
question he had was, "Is that free money?" I'm gonna go with the answer is no. It's
no.
a decent bet. It's fine. I think the actual line's like plus 27, but I
Yeah.
I, I just we're a fucking pathetic franchise, and we will be for a while. So
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
great bet.
Short answer, no.
Napoleon, by the way, we actually missed the question from Sandman, and this is just a classic question. He said, "Who would win in a fight, 1 trillion lions or the sun?"
Wow. What are your thoughts there, weatherman?
I think that a trillion lions eventually would overpower the sun. They just keep coming, and eventually they're going to beat the sun. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. 1 trillion will do it. If one
If you
trillion
had
doesn't, what can?
if you had a trillion Jameson Williams running towards the sun, I think he could outrun the sun, making the sun tired, which
Mm,
therefore the sun would explode and the Lions would win.
stay with me now.
How's that
I
sound?
like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, fellas and ladies. Just kidding. There was no ladies this week, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for your questions. We'll now get into the Napoleon. You had something. You had something to talk about, right?
Yeah. As you guys know, the NFL trade deadline is around the corner. It's not as crazy as the NBA trade deadline usually is, but it's still something to talk about. And I had a couple names that, according to my sources, have been shopped around the league. A couple guys that are 100% going to be moved, and some guys that have already been moved, but just hasn't been announced to the public yet. So I wanted to cover some of those topics for your fantasy purposes.
Do it.
The first one, the weatherman. He's a confirmed case of a guy who's already been shipped. The deal's done, allegedly, according to my sources. Jacoby Myers is a
Mm,
New England Patriot.
wow.
He has been shipped to join Drake May. You guys are hearing it first on Could Have Been D1. Um,
Wait, can
it's
I
just,
interrupt you?
yeah, please.
Is this a Tom Brady move, knowing that he's an owner of the Raiders? Is this some insider trading?
I think it is exactly that. I think he saw a little bit of him and Drake May. Obviously, you know, quarterback, New England, does the job. He's like, holy shit, it's me again. And he's like, you know what? We got this guy, Jacoby. He clearly doesn't want to be here. Our quarterback is blind. Let me
Right.
give you something, Drake.
Kobe Meyer's kind of a dog too. He's pretty good.
He's really good, man. I mean, I'm sure good amount of people know, but he was really I think he was a quarterback for part of college, and then eventually transitioned to wide receiver. For him to be doing what he's doing, it's pretty crazy.
Hell yeah.
But then moving on to the next guy who has had a lot of trade buzz, we got Brees Hall over New York.
Mm-hmm.
He was quoted on Instagram posting hashtag free 20 the other day. Do you think he's gone?
I think he is gone. I think he might actually go to the Chiefs. I want to ask you something though. They play
Yeah.
the Panthers this week. I already put the parlay in. Uh, I have Brees Hall to score. This is actually from
Mm.
Hawk. This is not the Weather Hawk, but it is from Hawk. Panthers run defense is pretty good, but I could. What are your thoughts on Jets Panthers this week and the outlook for Brees Hall?
Well, this Panthers defense has let up 50 rushing yards in the last two games total.
Ooh, wow.
Scary. Derek Brown
Derek Brown's a
is
dog.
he just swallows linemen up. He was triple teamed. Pause. Pause.
Resume.
He just completely shreds them like they're not even there. The Jets are weird about the way they run. They don't really mix it up much. They just do some simple zone runnings. And Garrett Wilson's out, so the Panthers know what's gonna go on.
Facts.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's Brees Hall is by far their best player on offense this week, but it's really tough to score when the entire team knows they want you to score. So I don't know.
I'd like to
I
see them free 20 though. I gotta say.
Yeah, he deserves it. Contract year. I think Kansas, like you were saying, is a favorite. Kansas, I could see Houston as well. Could
Yeah.
maybe see the Chargers, but probably not. Um,
I think Hampton will be back soon. I have
yeah,
so many to throw into these trade rumors.
yeah. Talk to me.
I have Adonai Mitchell of the Colts.
Oh, I like
Everything
it.
this guy's put on film has been electric.
Yep.
Yes, he did fumble that ball out of the end zone, but so does like fucking five people. And Deshaun Jackson did that shit too, and he was a legend in the league.
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell's always open, makes crazy plays, and the Colts are wasting him. That's my take.
Yeah. No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. What's some teams that you'd like to see him on the weather, man? What team could actually use this skill set?
Again, that's another thing where like I could see him going to the Steelers, maybe the 49ers,
Hmm.
maybe
Could you
who's
see him with the white
contending?
boys in New York?
Oh, I could see him linking up with Jay Dart, New York. I could totally see that. Yeah, I think he's got some landing options. I just saw some dude tear his ACL on Thursday Night Football. That fucking looked painful.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I just think he's on the move. The Colts clearly don't value him, so uh, I think he's on the move. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see it. And then we got about two other, I guess, topics of trade to cover here. The next one is I am hearing that David Njoku is as good as gone from Cleveland. They spent their third round pick bringing in Harold Fannin, who looks like an absolute stud.
he
Led,
does.
led college in receiving yards, came to the NFL, looks like he can catch it, plays very unconventional. But Njoku's up for a contract, has had some injury problems, seems like he's on the way out. I see the Chargers as a really good fit for him. I also see Houston in the mix for him as well, but I'm hearing he's as good as gone. Pick up Harold Fannin on your fantasy teams. He's gonna get a lot of targets. Him and Gabriel are the future over there.
I also don't think it's a bad idea to hold Njoku because he is a good tight end. So
Yeah.
I think it is best for both of them to. Oh my god, some dude just tore his Achilles. Dude, everyone's dying on this field right now. Holy shit.
Oh, dang.
Just kidding. I don't know if he actually did. But yeah, I like that call. What's the last one to play and what do you got for us?
The last one is really just a topic around the league is we have a lot of teams in need of an edge rusher with not a lot of edge rushers available. Are there any that come to your mind that might get shipped out here, the weatherman?
I've been hearing Rashawn Gary's in the getting calls on, which don't trade him. We were competing this year. The NFC is wide open. That would be the
Yeah.
stupidest shit ever. I don't know. What's a name that comes to your mind? I guess I haven't I'm not caught up on this.
I've been seeing some rumors around Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson. I know he just got the contract, but I've been seeing both of those names kind of just kind of coming around, as well as Kevon Thibodeau on the Giants. I know they're the one team that actually has an excessive edge rushers. I
Rare
could see him
too.
being, yeah, extremely rare. I mean, it's a high value position.
I will
But
say it's time we get Max Crosby on a competing team because he's so good and he's just being wasted so bad in Las Vegas.
yeah, it's pretty sad what's going on, man.
Did you
He's
ever
such a
see that video of Max Crosby? He ghosted the cigar.
oh my gosh, have I? That
It
video
was
was
the hardest
so
shit I've
cool.
ever seen.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Aaron Rodgers threw a dot. Don't give up on Aaron Rodgers, everybody. We're watching the Thursday night game. He's still slinging that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually said on this on a recorded line that this is him post ayahuasca trip. So hopefully that
Oh
stands
shit, was
tall.
this the week? Oh my
Yeah,
god, it probably
this
was.
is the week. I don't know if our sources were correct yet. They haven't got back to us.
He looks pretty high out there, I'll be honest. For
This me and
anybody
my
watching this dot, it was the dot to put the Steelers 17 points on the board. 3rd and 18, and he just throws an absolute dot to the end zone. I love Aaron Rodgers so much. I need my Aaron Rodgers dick riding segment. Dude, I was seeing Twitter talking about so the Packers play in Pittsburgh. I think it's either next weekend or the weekend after on Sunday Night Football. Some Packer fans are talking a little crazy, saying that they want Aaron Rodgers to throw 6 touchdowns and beat us. Unfortunately, you're an insane person for saying that, and you should be abolished from the Green Bay fan base.
yeah, that's how can you call yourself a fan and even utter those words? It's pretty
I will
gross.
always root for Aaron Rodgers, but when they play the Packers, I mean, you got to have some fucking pride.
Yeah, the logo is bigger than any one player. Get that through your head.
Put that G to your chest and stop being a pussy. All right, Napoleon, I like the wrap up. I think we're gonna have a solid trade targets graphic. So that was that. Yeah, good segment. Trade deadline's coming up. I think in like the end of November. What is it? Like mid-November, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
But
something
yeah,
like
league will see some shape shifting because I think everyone else in the league sees that it's wide open this year. So I could definitely see some people getting moved. You there, buddy?
that. Yep,
Okay, bet.
yep.
All right, so we will now transition into the recap of last week's games. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
All right, CBD1 fans, we are moving on to this segment where we ask one question about the games from last week six. And we're going to start with the Thursday night game. A great question about the Giants and the Eagles is, has there been anyone more right in history than Slime was?
I haven't seen anybody be so quickly like validated in their takes so quickly than Slime was this week. I mean, that was an absolute dominant showing out of the White Boys, and all around having New York football be good again is probably good for the league.
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. He really did. It's everyone is up over there in New York. My goodness, dude. The timing of that from the podcast to when it happened. I think we recorded on Thursday, or we
By
recorded.
Tuesday,
Yeah, and then it happened 2 days later. Perfect for us. I mean, that's how you get this podcast booming.
CBD1 was 2 for 2 last week, and now Slime is responsible for one of those, and then obviously you with Drake London. But guys, this is a ball knowledge podcast.
Yep.
Everything here is factual, and it's basically a fortune telling podcast.
Yep. Free money.
There's also some stuff I would like to say about the Eagles, and but I'm just gonna start giving myself a round of applause. Seeing Jalen Hurts be ass is really just rewarding. It's a great hate watch, and I really enjoy it.
Wow. I guess a question for you then, Leatherman, is Do you enjoy watching Hurts lose or the Lions lose?
Wow, that's a great question. Got to be the Lions. I don't think I've ever seen a funnier game in my life than when Jane Daniels took them down in the divisional last year. That was because Lions fans, dude, oh my God, they had 1 year of success, I guess two now. And well, technically, if you count this year, it's three. But anyways, they got so ahead of themselves and were so disrespectful and so dumb. And seeing them lose that way back to back years, let me just say, rewarding.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
it's
moving on to the London game. And by the way, we really need to abolish the London games. Guys, who is waking up at 8:30 to watch these fucking games? Please, guys, please. Dude, they're making people from Los Angeles wake up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the Rams this week. That's a problem.
dude, that's terrible. You might as well just not go to
Anyways,
sleep.
yeah, it's bullshit. But my question is regarding the Broncos Jets London game was how bad does Aaron Glenn regret telling Aaron Rodgers to kill himself? Now I don't know if Aaron Glenn said that word for word to Aaron Rodgers, but making him fly across the country and then cutting him instantly is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And now he's 0-6 and Aaron Rodgers is 4-1. So
Yeah. So I guess another question I have for you, Weatherman, is Aaron Glenn a candidate to be cut in his first year, or slash will he?
we just saw Brian Callahan go down with the Titans. That one was pretty predictable. That guy just clearly was not built to be a head coach.
No.
But Aaron Glenn, I think, needs to win 3 games this year, and he'll be retained. But if he ends up 2-15, he will be fired after the season. That's my take.
There's only been one 2-15 team in the history of the National Football Organization. Do you know what that team is?
It would have been a team last year, or maybe the year before. It was at the Panthers.
It was the Panthers. Ding, ding, ding. We got a
Yeah,
winner.
Panthers, man. God damn. Hey,
Yeah.
they already got 3 this year though, so they beat that. They can't go 2-15 again.
Yeah.
Let's
Famous
go.
words. The famous words from Chad Ochocinco the other day. Keep pounding, bitch. Keep
That what he
pounding.
said? Oh, I love
Yeah.
Chad Ochocinco, but he's the best.
We're gonna have him on here one day. I hope he's our first celebrity.
Swear he will be on this pod one day. We can guarantee this.
Yep. Yep. And then headed over to the Browns Steelers game from last week. Question we have here is, could we all have been more wrong about the AFC North?
I'd like
Not
to
me.
say not me though. I had Steelers playoff win.
You really did. I gotta give it to you.
Now that's not dead yet, or that's not obviously not dead. I guess that's not gonna. Time will
Still alive.
tell. But man, the AFC North is fucking ass.
Yeah. Dude, they're terrible. Everyone thought they were the best division in football. Now you could argue they're one of the worst, if not the worst.
Which there's a lot of factors that go into that, mostly just quarterbacks being hurt, but like still kind of
Yeah.
pathetic because I feel like these backups are playing worse than any backups I can ever remember.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Jordan Love got hurt last year. Malik Willis was still a dog. Like, why? I don't understand why it's that hard to replicate.
Yeah, it's fucked.
All right, moving over to the Chargers versus the Dolphins. My question is for those who gave up on Lad McConkey after week 4, did you not understand that it just takes a little bit for a white boy to get moving? We're not fast. We don't get out the hot starts. Just breathe. Lad McConkey is still good. He's fine. He's a great receiver.
Yeah. They like to use certain terms to describe a guy like Lad McConkey. They like to use the words sideline to sideline player or extremely high intelligence. They don't
Uh,
use they don't
High
use
motor,
things like yeah, high motor.
first
Here
guy
we
in,
go.
last guy out. I mean, come on, guys. This is Lad McConkey we're talking about.
Does the right things.
Does all the right things. He's sneaky athletic. Like the guy
Sneaky,
can play.
sneaky athletic.
Why does
I
every
love it.
white guy have to be sneaky athletic, dude? Come on. Some of us are like
Oh.
actual athletes.
My favorite thing about football is the fact that if you're a prospect in the NFL draft, you will never get compared to another guy to another race. If you're a
Dude,
white guy, you will.
the NBA is the worst about that. Every white guy is a white guy player comp. They never cross race.
Yep. Cooper Flag can come out here doing 360 dunks, and they will tell you, look you right in the eyes and say Danilo Gallinari. They will
He's
say
a more athletic Kevin Love.
that.
Like, why can't he just be like a baby LeBron? I don't understand.
Oh, it's the best. I love it.
The basketball's right around the corner too. We'll have to get some basketball talk in the future, but until then, it's football podcast.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got the next game. We have the Patriots versus the Saints. And I don't even really have a question for this one. It's just we have a fucking problem. The Patriots are good, and May is really fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Sound the alarms. There's there's another Tom Brady. There's another one.
Drake Bray might be baby Tom Brady.
I'm so sick about it. All right, headed over to the Los Angeles Rams versus the Ravens. The question is, how hot is John Harbaugh's seat?
That's a good question. He's been there forever at this point,
Yeah.
and I feel like he's never really even been on a hot seat. But I honestly think it's a testament to coaching when obviously your starter goes down and then your team just completely falls apart because your team can't be just that dependent on one QB. Is that a bad take?
No, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, it's 53 men thing. Guys are expected to go down, you know?
Also, I'll never understand. Lamar Jackson isn't like the most injury prone dude, but he's had his like fair share of injuries and whatnot.
Hmm.
Tua in Miami's had his fair share of injuries, and like you never know when he might go down. I don't know why these teams don't invest more into their backup QB. Like Cooper Rush is fine. He's really not that good, but he can't be that much different than Lamar because you can't have a standstill white QB try to replicate what Lamar does. Like that's the worst pairing you could do. And they always end up with Tyler Huntley, who's yes, he is a Pro Bowler, but he can do
Yes,
better
little.
than Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. You scared me at first when you said Cooper Rush isn't can't be that different than Lamar. I thought you
Yeah, no, that was very poor wording. He's the most different, actually, is the word.
my heart actually stopped for a second. I was like, does this guy know balls?
I honestly should have just gone on a tangent about how Cooper Rush is athletic as Lamar Jackson, so why isn't it working? But
Next man up.
yeah, I don't know.
But
Anyways,
but to go to the
uh,
original question, I don't think it's too hot just for the fact. Yes, what you said is correct. Like they should still be able to pick up where they like somewhat where they left off if they lose in one player. But the thing is with Harbaugh is if he got cut, if he got dropped, he would be signed like a team would cut their coach right now just to sign him mid-season. Like that's how
Napoleon,
highly
that is a fantastic take. You are totally correct.
he's on that tier. He's done it all in the league. He's just one of those guys like for example, if the Panthers if he got cut yesterday, the Panthers would literally look at Dave Canales and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, we have to let you go." And he'd be like, I respect you guys for making this decision because how good John Harbaugh has been and how respected he is around the league."
I think that if, like you said, if he got fired, I think the Dolphins would be picking up the phone basically instantly.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they would should have texted Mike Daniels and say, "Get your shit out of here immediately and burn your joggers." You're
it's a
good.
great take. All right, next question I have, and I'm actually going to do a blind resume here. Are you ready? And you just tell me who you would rather have, Napoleon. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right, so this is regarding. No, I'm not gonna say the game. I'll say the game after. But
Hmm.
we have it's two running backs. Running back one has 600 rushing yards, eight
Hmm.
touchdowns, and 147 receiving yards. Okay,
Yeah.
did you get that?
Yep.
Eight total touchdowns. So receiving and rushing. I'm just gonna combine them all.
Yep.
We got running back two. He has 484 rushing yards, three touchdowns, and 338 receiving yards. Who would you
Mhm.
rather have?
Wow. I guess uh, I'd have to. I'd take the first guy. But I guess his receiving yards have a little bit more weight behind them. But I'm gonna go with the first guy.
Now, I will say the first guy did have an extra game, so that is actually kind of skew the results. But these two
Oh.
players are Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson, who I
Uh,
personally believe are the two best running backs in the league. So, question to you: if I didn't have the stats, who would you take over out of those two?
I would have said Bijan in a heartbeat, but when you put it like that, that's interesting. When you said the receiving yards, I knew immediately it was Bijan because I've seen he's just catching the ball any which way this year. But wow, I would have said Bijan right away. But wow, Jonathan Taylor's having a better year. But I
I
guess it is
think,
one game too.
yeah, and now I have a little bit of Badgers bias here, but I think Jonathan Taylor is the most like underrated player in the league. He's consistently so good, and you
Yeah,
never really hear him like talked about as the
yeah,
best running back in the league when you could absolutely make the argument almost
yeah.
any given season.
I think it just comes down to a little bit of a lack of aura on his end, but he's just really good.
I think
That's
that could be a fair take, and like there's just not a lot of aura in Indianapolis. Now, Danny Dimes is switching that up a little bit, but like
oh
outside
yeah,
of this year, Indianapolis is a pretty slept on team
yeah,
consistently.
yeah,
Anyways, that's our Colts and Cardinals recap. So
yeah.
it didn't really get into that one, but
Yeah,
uh,
I'll head into the next one for you here.
sure.
Really just a statement. Not gonna take any questions. Rico fucking Dowdle.
Yeah.
Cowboys Panthers. Rico fucking Dowdle. Buckle up.
I think that's all we need to say about that.
Yeah.
We did a little Panthers recap at the beginning, but yeah, Rico Dowdle, period.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really all. Let's move on.
All right, moving on to Seahawks versus Jaguars. This is a personal question, but Napoleon, this is something I want to get your insight into. Is it okay to say that JSN is a top three receiver in the NFL?
Wow.
Mind you, he does lead the league in receiving yards right now. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can. I think you can. I think the slot position has taken over the receiver just are like receiver position. The slots are up right now. If you look at the top guys, they're all elite slots. Um, yeah, I think you can put JSN up. I think you put JSN, Jamar, and Puka. That sounds weird as fuck to say, but
Dude,
those are
it's hard to leave out Justin Jefferson in these debates.
yeah.
Do kind of feel bad for the guy because he has some of the worst QB play in the league, but
Yeah. Justin Jefferson's better than Njigba, but
yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
yeah.
But
And
JSN, dude, like
Puka's
the
better
numbers don't.
too.
At the end of the day, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah. We can't just keep putting him down because of the name, but dang it.
We'll see. Hey, time will tell. We'll come
Yeah.
back to this question down the road.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on that topic. If you guys want to drop a top three, please go ahead.
Yes,
I'm
we would love
curious.
that. We would love that.
And then a very, very exciting game here. We got the Raiders versus Titans. The question here is who fucking cares?
I
Not
have
me.
nothing to say about this game.
Yeah, no,
I
let's
couldn't give less of a fuck.
next. Those both those teams, the Titans are real close to entering that ban list just for how bad they are at football. It's
I,
a disgrace.
I'm gonna have to agree. And there, I mean, yeah, we're just gonna move on. Hey, let's keep it
Please.
simple. Napoleon, go ahead and ask about the next one.
Yeah, headed over to the 49ers versus the Bucks. Does Baker have more human or canine in his blood?
Great question. If you scanned his DNA, would it say DNA or would it say what's a good word? What was that fucking Donald Trump quote? See, I'm choking in the moment.
Oh, or USA.
USA, basically whatever you would say for dog. PETA, like PETA or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That would probably be more in his blood than DNA. That guy's an absolute canine. He's an absolute German shepherd.
Just a football guy.
He's out there without his top three receivers, his top running back, and he's putting up 30 a game, throwing like 4 touchdowns.
Dude, it's inspirational. We our takes at the beginning of the year about Baker Mayfield are going to pay off. I think we are quoted saying he was going to be the MVP. That was our bold take segment before the season started. You guys heard it.
I believe you did say that. Napoleon, you have been everything you said comes to fruition, guys. If you're not listening, you're not learning. Please lock in.
Yep. Manifestation's a real thing,
That
guys.
might be the new quote of the show is listen, learn, lock it in.
Yeah, listen, learn, lock. I love it. I really do love it. Let's get a slogan. Let's get a flyer.
We're
We
gonna
might
make
put that on our
posters.
could have been t-shirts.
That could be on the tee. Yeah, we might put that on the tee. That's not a bad idea. I actually have okay, sneak peek design. I'm gonna need you, Napoleon, use your head here. Close your
Hmm.
eyes and picture what I'm talking to you about, okay?
Yeah, my eyes are closed.
Picture a t-shirt, right? Black
Mhm.
t-shirt,
I'm
preferably, because I
seeing
feel
it.
like black looks the best.
Yeah.
On the back of the t-shirt, like where the nameplate would be on a jersey, it's just a t-shirt though. It's like a t-shirt jersey. On the
Hmm.
nameplate, it's CBD, and then it's the number one.
Hmm.
Okay, you feel me?
Oh,
You listening?
yeah.
You with
Yeah.
me?
I see it
And
right
then
now.
the front design, TBD. But how does the back sound? What do you think of that?
I love it, dude. I'd feel honored to walk around with CBD on my nameplate like that. I just feel like I really am part of CBD, which I
I
guess
think
I
the
am.
the one should be a black number with a blue outline. Let me just tell you
Ooh.
guys, these jerseys are going to be hard. These shirts are going to be hard. I
Wow. Wow, dude.
think I just got a
Wow.
boner talking about it, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm goodness gracious.
All right, moving on to Jamar Chase has 18 targets, by the way. I don't know who's watching this game, but wow, he is getting fed the rock. Guys, this is what we fucking asked for. This is everything we've ever wanted, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
This
please.
is why we banned them for so long. All right, moving on to Packers versus Bengals. Good segue. We're going to talk more about the Packers, though. My question is, what week will Matthew Golden have his first 100-yard game?
Hmm. I think it's gonna be week 9 in Green Bay against Carolina. He's gonna tear Mike Jackson
Mm.
apart. Him and Mike Jackson are gonna go to war for an entire game, and he's just gonna get abused.
Whoever J.C. Horn will line up against, it'll be 2 targets, 0 catches. And then whoever Mike Jackson is, it's going to be 14 catches, 268 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He
Dude,
if you
Panthers should honestly be in the market for a cornerback
yeah,
because the NFC South is wide open. No, it's not. The Bucks are 5-1. Okay, I take that back.
the wild
Still a
card.
wild card spot though, and they have a great defense. They're like one CB away from really shutting shit down.
Yeah. Mike Jackson is getting abused, so dear God help him.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah. And then how about yourself actually? Where do you think Matthew Golden gets that game?
I think of who's on the schedule this. Oh, I honestly think it'll be this week versus the Cardinals. The Cardinals defense is dog shit. I
Ooh.
think the Packers are
Yeah.
going to be really slinging it this week for some reason. I just think they need to let Jordan Love loose.
Yeah.
I could see him getting like 5 catches for 105 yards this week, honestly.
Yeah.
Mark that
Um,
up, guys. Put that on your calendars. Put that
Market,
in
get
your
that
bet
money.
slips.
All right, and then moving forward to the Chiefs versus the Lions. We keep hearing and feeling how wide open this league is this year. But the question is, who will the Chiefs play in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, guys, it's a sad day again. Not for guys who have Mahomes MVP slip. But for everybody else, I think everyone's basically accepted the fact. And if you haven't yet, you're just going to get let down again. But the Chiefs are going to be dominant. They're only going to look better, and it's going to get ugly. So I don't know what else there is to say. The AFC is like actually dog shit.
Yeah, just
What do you
terrible.
what do you think though? Is there any team that can even give them a shot?
I don't see it right now at all. I don't. I mean, the Ravens are cooked. The Bills won't get over the hump. The Broncos have a defense, but Bo Nix isn't ready.
I agree.
I could come up with a reason real quick on why every single individual team won't make it, and I can't think of one reason why the Chiefs won't. And I could sit here all night, and I probably wouldn't think of one.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
going to give one team, though. And it actually depends on how this Thursday night game ends. But if the Bengals win this game and the Bengals sneak into the playoffs, Joe
to-
Burrow always gives Mahomes a tough time. I could see them doing it, honest to God.
wow, that'd be interesting.
If they make it, which is like not a very high chance at all. But if they do, I could see Joe Burrow marching into Arrowhead again and beating the Chiefs.
I think that's ludicrous, but I would love to see it.
It'd be cinema, as the kids would say.
Yeah,
Cinema.
Absolute cinema.
All right, going to the Monday night games, we got Bills versus Falcons. And my question is Josh Allen preparing to be a family man because he looked like shit? Another question, though, kind of, what we've been talking about all episode was who was right faster? You in particular, Napoleon, about Drake London, or Slime about the Giants?
Wow. You
It
know,
was
I
basically a 2 day turnaround for both of you.
it was. Um, wow. You know, I want to give myself credit here, but I will say it took me a half second to think about
Mm.
that Drake London thing. Mr. Optimus Slime picked up the phone and immediately talked about White Boy of the Year contention. So I'll give it
Slime
to
was
him.
on Slime was on that extremely fast.
Yeah, I can't beat that. But we were both right extremely quick. No lies were said, and guys, these are unedited podcasts. We didn't come up here and say no bullshit and cut it out. That was just raw. I mean, come on, dude. We know ball.
Everything you hear, even the bleeps, are actually just us making that noise with our mouth. Like we
Yeah.
literally don't edit the pod.
No, it's completely live.
Do you have anything to say about Josh Allen being a family man though? And did you
I
watch that
do.
Monday night game?
I do, dude. I mean, you look at a guy and you can tell when the fires are gone, when he's not as hungry as he once was. And honestly, I can't blame him.
Can't.
If
No.
if if I lost in the heartbreaking ways that he's lost, you go a whole football season trying to get over that hump in the playoffs, it gets taken from you. You have to do the whole off season, the preseason, the media over and over. It's hard to keep waking up and keep trying to be that great. Josh Allen's got a baddie by his side. He's taking it easy, and that's fine. It's cool. But
Getting paid hundreds of millions to have kids with a supermodel or super actress. Yeah, you're doing
yeah,
just fine, buddy.
yeah, keep doing your
Let me
thing.
say though, when you see Josh Allen put his helmet like on his forehead, you know what I'm talking about. When he does that thing, that's when you know it's fucking over.
the, the amount of times he's been on TV like that.
Dude, every single time too, the game ends in an L. He's got to stop doing that shit. If you
I
see
know.
that, guys, if you see that on your TV and you're not instantly betting on the other team, you're losing out on a lot of money.
I know James. James, if you're listening, I know you've seen that a million times and you've been heartbroken. You're
Oh
gonna see
yeah,
it a million times more.
James is one of the number one Josh Allen dick riders. But if you see that helmet go on that forehead, it's over.
Oh my gosh. Well, then to wrap up the week here, we had the Bears versus the Commanders. I think it was a Monday night game. The question is, should rainy football games even count? No, I'm not coping, says the weatherman.
Yeah, no, I'm not coping. Not just because I traded for Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, and not just because the Bears won. They shouldn't count. Abolish any game that rains and just replay the game the next
Mhm.
time the weather's good. My
Yep.
take.
Yep, I agree. Starting with last week, abolish those games that took
Libs
place.
aren't gonna like it, but that's my take.
He ain't apologizing too. He's not.
I'm not. Yeah, there's honestly not much I have to say about this game. Daniels is throwing to fucking plumbers and electricians. So anybody, oh, by the way, we actually should talk about this.
Hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of the fans of like the second year QBs getting way above their britches. And now Drake May fans, I kind of get it because he looks electric, but Jane Daniels is still the number one QB in that class, and that's not changing until somebody wins as many playoff games as him. I'm sorry. Like it's
Yeah.
just there's no room to debate it right now.
It'd be damn near impossible for one of those guys to change that within this year. You really would have to go to a Super Bowl for you to change
Yeah,
that.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Or if any of them beat Mahomes in Arrowhead, I will be willing
yes.
to
Yeah.
prop them up. Yeah, that's fair.
I agree with that. Pretty much impossible, but do that and you'll Jaden Daniels, I don't have enough good things to say about him. His mind works differently. He's a freak.
He processed the game so fast, and he didn't have a great game. But like I said, rainy games don't count. So moving on to the next week and forget about it.
Yeah. Well, that's actually That's all we got for the question segment. Great. I feel like that was some great stuff from you, Weatherman. Next week we're gonna have a little bit more back and forth on the questions. I'll be a little bit more prepared for that. Tell me, guys.
Appreciate that, Napoleon. We'll get your side of the questions next week. No big deal. Napoleon, while we're here, should we just get into the predictions for next week? We got to do this super quick though.
Yeah,
Guys, sorry, but we have to edit the pod and it has to be posted in the next 8 hours. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to get these out.
yeah. Should we just cover a couple of the big hits here?
No, yeah, I like that idea. Napoleon, let's actually start with the game that's going on right now. So Steelers are down 6 with 5 minutes left, and they are punting the ball. What do you see the final score being in this game, real quick?
You said Steelers are down 6.
Yeah, it's 24-30 with 5 minutes left, and they just punted.
Wow, I think we're gonna get the most methodical Aaron Rodgers drive ever here. Steelers win 31-30. Joe Flacco gets the ball back with too little time. Can't do it.
Love it. Love it. All right, looking at the games, let's see. I think the first good game we have is Eagles Vikings. I think the Eagles are, and let me look this up, but I think the Eagles are -1.5.
I'm,
And
I'm,
I'm
see-
gonna
I'm
take. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yes, I'm seeing them at one. They opened at 1.5. They're at 2.5 now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Eagles in this game. I think they're due for a bounce back. Sneaky
Yeah.
teaser. This will be in the Weatherhawk play of the week. Actually,
Ooh, I like it. I like this play as well. I'm tailing you on that. I think if JJ McCarthy returns, he's gonna get a welcome to the league moment. If Carson Wentz plays, he's gonna get his ass beat by his former team. Eagles are hungry. They're taking one.
I like it. Yep, we're taking Eagles. I agree with you. Got to do Panthers. Obviously, Panthers Jets. Panthers are -1.5. No point. What are you thinking this week? What are you gonna see?
My immediate thought is smash that. But dude, does this not seem like a trap game to you?
Yeah, not gonna
This
lie. I
seems.
could see the Jets winning this game.
I wouldn't be surprised as a Panthers fan. The Panthers should win it, but this seems like the Jets' first win of the year.
Wait, are the Panthers? Oh, they're 0-3 away. Okay. But the Jets are 0-4 at home. So it's like a battle of somebody's got to get it out the mud.
What happens when an immovable object is met, or what is it? When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? That's what we
I
got.
always see those TikTok comments like stoppable in his day. Defenders, fucking, whatever. Anyways, I think I'm going to take Jets +1.5. Sorry. Hate to do it, but
Uh,
they should be on my ban list. I'm going to be wrong about that, and I'm not mad about it. Panthers are going to be 4-3, but I'm going to take Jets +1.5.
I'm gonna go Panthers just because I really hope that's what happens, and the Jets. Please stay away from us. Do not beat us. I'll be
I,
so sad.
I will say the Panthers have actually been automatic against the spread this year. I don't know what they are exactly, but I want to say they're at least 4-2, if not
Yeah,
5-1.
yeah,
So
I
they are
love it.
kind of a wagon.
Support the boys in blue.
We'll just talk about it because we got the front runner and MVP Mahomes. We got the Chiefs -12.5 at home. I think Rasheed's
Versus the
back. I think
Raiders.
the Chiefs are going to win this game by 20 points.
Yeah, this does seem like one of those games where they just really put the beat down on and show the league what's up. Rashi Rice is back. I expect him to not miss a step. I think in his last 9 healthy games, he's had like over 70 yards or something like that. He's dangerous.
Bowers is still out, I know, for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're cooked. Gotta
Gino's
say.
still blind. Nothing changed there.
Still is blind. He threw another pick. Again, shocker, because he's blind. Uh next game, we gotta talk about Slime's team, Slime's boys. We got the Broncos -7.5 at home versus the Giants. I
Yeah.
heard this is the Demarius Thomas Memorial game. RIP Demarius Thomas,
Wow.
legend. I think the Broncos, because of that, are going to absolutely shit down the Giants' throat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the same page. I think Jackson Dart's gonna learn there's levels to defenses. The Broncos have one of the best I've seen. It's gonna get rough.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just don't lose the Demarius Thomas Memorial game. So yeah, oh my god, dude, oh shit. If anyone's watching this Thursday night game, Joe Flacco just took off for like a 15-yard gain on a read option. That was
No.
fucking electric.
Oh
Did you
my
or did
God.
no? Did you see that shit or no?
No, I didn't. I wish.
Oh my god, he actually like looked fucking shifty out there. Shout out to Joe, dude. Joe's everything this league's needed. That
Wow.
was electric. For those watching, I know you just saw that and you're probably geeking right now at your TV. That was incredible. All right, move on. We got a good game. We got Chargers, Colts too. We got to talk about this one because they're both good teams. Chargers are -1.5 at home. I think the Colts are going to win this game.
I agree. I'm hitting the Colts spread every single time, as well
As
as our
long
money
as
line
Joe
dogs.
Alt is hurt, I just think the Chargers are in trouble.
He actually was limited at practice today. He made a
Oh,
return.
okay. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Still ain't looking good for them,
No.
unfortunately. Next game too. We'll talk about Commanders, Cowboys. We got some polarizing teams. We got Commanders -1.5 going to Dallas. I am going to take the Commanders. Yeah, I'm going to take the Commanders.
I'm also. This is a big, big Bill game. Big Jaden game too.
I agree. The Dallas D line is one of the most pathetic in the league.
Yeah.
Bill's going to eat. Jane Daniels is going to have a lot of time, and you just don't give Jane Daniels time because he already doesn't need it to begin with. So
Yeah. Couldn't do that.
Commanders bounce back. Got to talk about it next game. So we got Packers at Cardinals. Packers are -6.5. That is a lot of points, and this is a game where we don't cover. But the Cardinals are so dog shit and missing, like, I think Marv might miss this week.
Yeah.
Trey Benson's obviously out there running backs. Kyler might not play. Not that it really matters, but I
Everyone's hurt
expect
over there.
my take of the week. This is the play of the week for everybody listening. Jordan Love pass yards and Jordan Love pass touchdowns. Hammer the over. He's going to be slinging it this week, and
Wow.
the boys are going to be eating. Matthew Gold too. I said it earlier. Take his over on yards. It's going to be a
Wow.
big week.
I like it. I like it. I'm tailing you.
We'll talk about Sunday night too. Have to. We got Falcons going to the 49ers. The 49ers are -2.5. Kittle's back. Kendrick Bourne's still there. I'm going to take the Niners -2.5 at home.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go the opposite. I think that's you, yeah, I'm going with the Falcons.
No, that Falcons defense is a problem. It really is.
Yeah.
But I just think Michael Penix on Sunday Night Football, after having a good Monday night, it's going to be that letdown that pretty obvious for a young QB like that. I
Yeah.
see the Kyle Shanahan's going to put on a show on Sunday night. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, the Falcons are gonna come back to earth eventually. They're not a good team like that. But I'm taking them for this game though. I like them against the Niners.
All right, I like it. Monday night games. We have two. We have back to back this week where they don't stagnate them, which I kind of like watching both because I have no life and getting to watch more football is always good in my book. We got Buccaneers at Lions. Lions are -5.5, and I think the Lions are going to cover this week.
Hmm. That's gonna be a good game. I think the Buccaneers cover, but I think the Lions still win it. I think it's gonna be a battle. Two offenses are gonna be churning. But yeah,
I
go.
just think Igbuka being out, Godwin being out, Evans being out, and Bucky being out, as Aaron Rodgers rips a fucking smelling salt on the field, rock star shit. I think the Lions are gonna. I don't know if they'll blow them out, but I do think they will cover at home.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And then headed over to the final Monday game. We got the Texans and the Seahawks. The Seahawks open up as 3.5 favorites. I'm gonna go with Seattle on this. I think CJ Stroud is gonna throw some picks. He's a fraud, clearly.
Correct. Yep.
I
Never
like
told a
him.
lie.
Oh, I also think this is a
Unfortunately,
big Kenneth Walker week as well.
okay, I like that take. As a Charbonnet owner, I just I've said it before, but I just cannot believe they play him over Kenneth Walker. He's so much worse. I will say that I wish I had the stats on like the Texans off a bye, but they're coming off the bye. But I totally agree with you. I'm going to take Seattle at home on Monday Night Football. That place is going to be rocking. They got the Mariners to prop them up too in the baseball playoffs. So I see the Seahawks dominating this game.
Yeah, agreed. I actually did want to make a comment here live from the game. I'm seeing that Cam Hayward and TJ Watt combined for a sack on Joe Flacco. And I just wanted to point out it took about $75 million to tackle a 40-year-old
Mm,
quarterback there. Steelers, what are you doing?
that's a lot of money to tackle one old ass man, and honestly, that should be illegal.
Yeah, Flacco mania. Where you at? Stand up.
Is that not elder abuse?
I think it is.
All right, guys, we are going to watch the rest of this Steelers game. Napoleon, we'll see if you're right at the end of it. But thank you guys for listening this week. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my God. Aaron Rodgers, 60-yard dot for the touchdown.
You're kidding me.
Now, that just happened live. The Steelers are going to go up 31-30 with 2 minutes left. That was outrageous, bro.
Let's
Oh, my
go.
God.
Watch it,
Worth
guys.
watching. We just got one of the Thursday night football games of the fucking year.
Holy shit. Thank you,
Dude,
Aaron
I can't
Rodgers.
believe you're not watching this game, dude. He just threw a 60-yard touchdown to Pat Fryermuth. That was outrageous.
To Pat?
The
What the heck?
fucking Patty, dude. Wow. All right. Hey, Joe Flacco has 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get a field goal. When you guys listen tomorrow, you'll know the outcome, but you heard Napoleon's final score prediction, 31-30. We'll see if it holds up.
My predictions don't miss. Love you guys.
You guys heard it. Love you guys too. Have a great weekend. And thank you so much for the support as always. Love you guys.
Peace.